Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Grab that coffee, maybe a snick snack or two, and let's get into it. But before we do, you know that I'm blind as a bat and I gotta switch my glasses. What was I thinking? Oh my goodness gracious me. I'm getting old. Shut up. No, I'm not. So we're going to be talking about a lot today, all right? And, you know, sometimes I just want to go back to bed, but I won't. Why? Because I love you. So, as food inflation worsens, a sense of desperation is seizing the minds of the American people. And we see it every day. And, you know, I hear about it from you guys in emails and stuff like that, okay? And some of them are lashing out in acts of violence against workers at grocery stores and other food retail locations, and even pharmacies. I mean, look at what happened to my one community member when she was, you know, had $20 in coupons, and the pharmacist or the supervisor of the pharmacy or whoever it was lashed out at her. I mean, for crying out loud, maybe you should not be working with the public. I mean, seriously. I mean, did you have a bad day? Did you not have your coffee? Maybe you need a shot of espresso. No one knows but you, right? So America is now seeing a shocking rise in retail location violence that seems destined to only get worse. And, you know, potatoes, catastrophic economic and energy policies have led to a 400% increase in the price of fertilizer, 100% increase in the price of diesel, supply chain disruptions, food production shortfalls. Even infant formula has been in a supply chain crisis. I just showed you pictures of people who are stealing from Kroger baby formula. And the cost of agricultural inputs today means far higher prices in the coming months. All right, now the result, okay, is record high food inflation that keeps getting worse, higher cost of food gobble up higher percentage of discretionary incomes for consumers, hitting low-income consumers especially hard. When food prices rise to the point of requiring 50% of a person's income just to eat, history tells us that societies break down and lurch into uprising and revolts. Now, even the New York Times is covering the trend, reporting that violence against grocery and retail workers is exploding. That says something. But it is real, just as food inflation is real. The elections have consequences as well. But I'm not going to go into that, because you know what happens when we speak the truth here. That's why I had to start putting out newsletters. So they destroyed the economy, shut down energy infrastructure, set fire to the food production facilities, diluted the value of the dollar through haphazard money printing. The result? Fewer and fewer Americans can afford to pay for basic necessities like food. They're having to decide on, can I pay the electric bill or should I eat today? How many times have you, as a head of household or whatever, the person who handles the finances in your family, how many times have you had to make that decision? I'll wait. Okay. So grocery chains, they're tired of being ransacked by criminals. Even when those criminals are protected by left-wing district attorneys in blue cities, where criminals are granted a kind of left-wing privilege to loot and steal whatever and whenever they want. I mean, look at California, for crying out loud. The police are actually told to just let it go. Let it go. Seriously, man. Let it go? No, dude. You even get caught stealing here in the state of Florida. You don't just get a written ticket for notice to appear. Nay. They throw your arse in jail, and that is it. Okay? And it's no longer a misdemeanor. So, well, depending on how much you steal, but still. People aren't just going in and stealing like a thing of bananas. No. It's like steaks and stuff. You know what I mean? Things that I can't even afford to buy. Okay? So, now, many grocery workers, grocery chains, they want to fight back. And good on them. So, this is what happens when you allow criminals to violate the law without consequences. It's another disastrous, progressive idea. This is all the result, of course, of what happens when you abandon the idea that criminals should be stopped and arrested rather than to allow to continue to steal. Just go on. Go on. Have at it. The world is your oyster. Just steal. Have at it. While the rest of us have to pay higher prices because you have sticky fingers. When retail establishments are told that shoplifting is essentially legalized, yeah, and that's exactly the case in many left-wing cities, all right? They are paralyzed, literally, and cannot do anything to stop the continued thefts. Even when thieves threaten or attack employees, retail establishments are told to back off because criminals are granted high privilege in progressive society. They can do almost anything they want without any consequences. They essentially exhibit what left-wing propagandists call white privilege. It's bullshit. But in this case, most thieves are not even white. They're of all race. I hate that white privilege. No, they're of all race. But once people get to realize that there's only one race, it's the human race, this world would be a lot better off. But I'll shut up. Now, from 2018 to 2020, assaults reported to the FBI by law enforcement agencies, the overall rose 42%, and they increased to 63% in grocery stores and 75% in convenience stores. But those numbers, they're going to keep rising and rising until store owners and employees start defending their lives and their properties. And this is easily accomplished with boomsticks, freedom seeds, of course, but the leftists are also irrationally anti-gun. And they don't want store managers being armed. They would rather apparently dial 911. Well, guess what? I got these little things called freedom seeds, and they can travel a hell of a lot faster than a cruiser. All right. Now, while the political debate swirls around the extent of the crime and its causes, and many of the people staffing the stores say retailers have been too permissive of crime, particularly theft. Some employees, they want more armed security guards who can take an active role in shoplifting theft. We have things like that, loss prevention, things like that, right? But they can only do so much. They can hold you until the sheriff's department shows up. But if they're allowing this to happen, the sheriff's department's not going to show up. They're just going to say, let them go. They got bigger fish to fry, you know? So, but once again, progressives hate the idea of using security guards, or loss prevention in this case, both in grocery stores and in schools. We have resource officers in every school. Do you? I think it's a damn good idea. They would rather post gun-free zone because that sign works, right? No, it doesn't. And they think that the signs stop shootings. Actually, creates more havoc, in my opinion. This is equivalent to pretending that men can't get pregnant. Men cannot get pregnant. They don't have a uterus, for crying out loud. If your beliefs are rooted into fantasy and delusion, like the left are, in my opinion, you're not going to have much success dealing with reality, are you? So, the reality is that as... Little miss, are you okay? Hang on. I gave her a bone. Hang on. Okay. The reality is that food inflation, as it gets worse, grocery and convenience store employees are going to face a rising number in violent attacks. All right? And we expect to see like a flash mob of food and grocery stores before the end of this year. And food prices are no doubt going to continue to climb in alarming levels in 2023 and possibly beyond that point as well. So we could also, in some areas, see grocery stores become war zones. So what I'm suggesting here is, just like I've been saying all along, do not go shopping by yourselves. Take a buddy with you. And I know sometimes, just taking your best friend, your girlfriend with you, or whatever, it's not, okay, your son, your husband, your boyfriend, even just a guy friend. Okay, ladies, please, take a guy with you, okay? Because as we've seen in the past with other community members, women going shopping with other women is not a deterrent. I'm sorry. So it is now abundantly obvious that as food prices skyrocket, grocery stores are going to be hit with a wave of violent attackers who are desperate. They're desperate. It's the only way to describe it. They're desperate to feed themselves and their families. And as these attacks intensify, well, many food retailers will simply decide to close up shop in high-risk areas. You know, the gun-free zones. Yeah, those zones. Yeah. And this will in turn deprive law-abiding customers access to food, only worsening food scarcity, panic, leading to an expanding wave of desperation and lawlessness. Perhaps defunding the police in blue cities wasn't the best idea after all, now was it? And voting for George Soros' funding DAs into power, who routinely set criminals free instead of charging them, is backfiring badly, now isn't it? So, on to this. There are 3 serious recalls that I want to talk about, okay? And please take these recalls seriously, okay? Now, you know what I generally say is take it with a grain of salt, do with it what you will, but safety first. Okay, well, this is safety first, okay? These medications have been recalled for overdose threat, so please listen up. These links will also be in the description box below, so you have your resources, okay? So, we are looking at morphine sulfate 30 milligrams extended release tablets and morphine sulfate 60 milligrams extended release tablets. If you are on this medication, please, I would highly advise you get a hold of your doctor, your pharmacist. This covers the lot number of 179642, expiration date of 11/30/2023, NDC number 63629-1088-01 for the 30 milligram tablets, and the lot number is 179643, expiration date of 8/31/2023, NDC number 63629-1089-01 for the 60 milligram tablets. Okay, on to this one. Hang on. Voluntary recall. No, not that one. Darn it. This is the recall for Quinapril, Quinapril. This recall is used for high blood pressure. It's taken twice a day for heart failure as well. Okay, let's see. If you are on this medication, please get a hold of your doctor. All right. Let's see. It's also known as ACCURETIC. Recalled several lots of both medications due to a presence of potentially harmful chemical. All right, so that link will be in the description box below. Now on to this. This is a voluntary recall of select bakery products. Let's see. Enjoy Life Natural Brands LLC announced a voluntary recall out of an abundance of caution, limited quantity of select list of baked snack products due to the potential presence of hard plastic pieces. The company became aware of this issue as a result of internal quality assurance surveillance. The recall is limited exclusively to the Enjoy Life products. Best by dates listed in the grid below. Okay, let's see. Where are you? Okay, it's cookies. Best by date is 3/4/2023 and 3/10/2023. Enjoy Life soft baked cookies snickerdoodle 6 ounces. Soft baked cookies chocolate chips 6 ounces. Soft baked cookies double chocolate brownie 6 ounces. Soft baked cookies sunseed peanut sunseed butter chocolate chip 6 ounces. Soft baked cookie monster 6 ounces. Enjoy Life Chewy Bar Sunseed Crunch, 5.75 ounces. Chewy Bar Caramel Blondie, 5.75 ounces. Oh, it looks like all of their products. Wow. All right. So that link will be in the description box below for you guys. All right. I'm out of here. I love you. I will see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Ciao.